What's up, guys and girls? This Black Boss 91 coming to you with another Bleach commentary, chapter 567, and the title of this chapter is called Dancing with Snow White. Now, this is really what the chapter is. Rukia versus As Nodt use ice technique, turn him to ice. That's pretty much what the chapter is. But I'm gonna give pretty much the spectrum of what really happened. He's basically telling her about fear, but how he compares fear to kind of like death and in life, where he talks to her about how when people live, that they can't explain why they want to live, but when people are facing death, they give all the reasons why they fear death, whether it's painful, it's dark, it's lonely, isolation, unknown, whatever it may be. There's fear that's associated with death. He's like the very reason that you live. When you when you live, there's death, and death comes with fear. So regardless, you can't escape fear, because as long as you're a human, as long as you're a living being, it says with all things, you're gonna fear something. And I guess it could kind of go into like fearing death. I mean, when I was reading that chapter, I was thinking about some of the stuff, and I was thinking, it really is true, actually. As a living being, you fear the unknown. And what is the unknown? Death. We all know what death is. We know death is the end of life. That's it. It's like once you hit death, there's nothing. And it also is saying what As Nodt was saying, as far as like you live to escape death. You live to like run away from it. You live to stay alive. Like even as you're old, you basically, your life as a living being, you can't comprehend the idea of being nothing, of not existing, of just dying. Because at the end of the day, every living thing has a beginning and has an end. When you was the beginning, you was nothing to something, and to the end, you were something to nothing. So, to be honest, you go back to square one at the end. As a human being, when you die, your body rots and turns. Your body rots, your skin, your flesh, your organs, everything deteriorates to ash and dust. Then afterwards, your bones turns to ash and dust, and you become nothing. That's literally what happens. You become nothing. You become thin air, poof. And it's in that kind of concept, that idea of the fact that you're this being and you've lived on this earth and you've done so many amazing things, and at the end result you become a byproduct of nature. It's something that living beings cannot comprehend or truly understand, because you can't understand it. It's like when you die, you're dead. So on that whole note, As Nodt, I'm thinking to myself, he's talking about all this stuff, and then Rukia, she starts telling him things about her move, Sodi no Shirayuki. I think that's how you pronounce it. She's basically activating her technique, and the fact that her technique brings her to a colden state. And it keeps getting colder and colder, to like it goes to 0 degrees, to below to like to the 200s. And she's like, I'm already in a state of death, and he can't comprehend. Like, what do you mean? Like, if so by her technique, by logic, she's technically dead, so she can't fear anything, because she's at a point where she's not even alive. She's like in a state of, she's alive, but she's not. I think it's my personal opinion. I think it's just crap. I think it's just like a way of her just trying to be like, yeah, your logic doesn't apply to me because my logic overrides yours. Characters like that, I know, like me and my friends, we do Naruto characters. I know I'm bringing Naruto into this, but we'll have characters that they live within their own logic, and if your logic isn't strong enough to beat their logic, it doesn't happen. That's what I see. I feel like it's just crap. I like what she did when she turned As Nodt to ice. I liked it that, but I thought it was crap. And then I thought it was too short. Now, is he dead? It's as it seems he is, but it's a one chapter battle. Because let's remember this. Last week, she came into the I guess she stumbled upon As Nodt, and As Nodt started to fight her, like throw these the fear blast, but it wasn't really a battle. It was the beginning of it. And in this chapter, and that's what she was saying. Her technique, anything that she touches freezes. So his fear works as when he all he needs is a touch to hit you, and he can impose fear on you. But she says anything that touches me doesn't even come through my body. It just freezes. So I thought that was good. But the whole fact that she's like dead, because technically, you know, her temperature drops, is crap. And another thing, I'm thinking, she's telling As Nodt this kind of stuff, and the fact that he doesn't comprehend the fact that you can't feel. Like, what is this nonsense? I'm thinking to myself, is he just fooling himself? Is he just saying it to himself so that he can't fear? Like, he's just trying to build himself up. Like, yeah, I don't believe in what you're saying. It's crap. It's nonsense. It's not true. Or does he really truly believe that, you know, he does not fear? Like, he truly believes that this is what it is. Like, his logic of what fear is really what he believes. So I'm thinking, he's just building himself up so he doesn't fear, or is that he truly believes that? But if you think about it, what Rukia said before about how she's like technically dead, then what that makes him? Is he technically dead because he doesn't fear? You're living, but you don't fear. Then when he gets hit with the move, when he turns to completely ice, it fades to black, and he says, "So this is what it means to fear." So I'm guessing this is like his first time him fearing as we know it. Maybe next chapter they'll go back into like a flashback of him as a kid or whatever, where he first experienced fear and he never wants to experience it again, and then he goes to a outstanding holy form. And that's what I really want to see. My personal opinion, I thought if this fight ends with this chapter, I'm thinking it's too quick. No way my boy As Nodt. Listen, I like As Nodt. I like Rukia. I like Byakuya. Personally, I want to see Byakuya come up and fight As Nodt. I want to see... This is how I want it to go. This is the order. Rukia come in there, whoop his ass. First round. Second round, As Nodt whoops her ass. Third round, Byakuya comes in there and starts to do some major shit. So that's what I really want to happen. Because if As Nodt ends like this is really pathetic. And personally, Kubo wasted a perfect opportunity with As Nodt. He's done many little things in the past with As Nodt. Yes, he defeated Byakuya. We know that's everyone's favorite. But I really want him to focus on As Nodt a lot more this time. I want to see his holy form with these certain Quincy's. Maybe not care so much about their holy form, but if it's like if you avoided Shengdu, I guess Shengdu wasn't really on point. If you avoid Basby, that would have been wasted opportunity. If you avoid Hashwall, if you avoid certain Quincy's that people find interesting are fan favorites, show the holy form at least. Because like, if you can show Master Masculine, it's like, come on now. And I really want to see what these characters look like in their holy form. So that's just my thoughts on the chapter. I thought it was really quick. If it's going to end here, it was a really quick chapter. I feel, you know, Kubo, he still has a chance. He can still do more. You know, it's still too early. Let's see what happens next week. But Rukia's move, I liked it. It was pretty good. She also says something about that she tried to avoid as much. try to take as less damage as possible, because the technique that she's using, she cannot perform it at a high level if she's damaged. So she needs to retain as much stamina and perfect condition so that she'll be able to use her moves. And she has a time frame as far as how cold she can go before I guess she freezes over. And she hasn't used her Bankai yet, so let's see what happens. If next chapter Astro goes to holy form, then she's forced to go to Bankai, and she still is like having trouble to defeat him, and then Byakuya shows up. Perfect. So that's my thoughts. Rate this video if you like it. Leave a comment in the comment box below some of your thoughts. And this is Black West 91 signing out.